Aloha and welcome to Maui, Hawaii. We're starting this episode with a travel tip, and that tip is travel to where you know people, travel to where you already have people. Not only will they give you tips on stuff to do, they'll give you tips on stuff to not do and places to avoid, which is just as helpful. And luckily for me, I had the homie Chino LaForge on the island to help me out. Not only is Chino a great friend, but he's a fantastic actor and comic as well, and he taught me a little bit about the island.
So here on Maui, if you look off the southwest shore, you see two island silhouettes. First one's not an island, it's actually a crater. It's Molokini. Great for snorkeling. A little crescent-shaped rock that has super strong open water currents out there. If you do go snorkeling out there, do not go outside the cove. It'll suck you into open water. There's a rock on top of that called Lover's Rock. It's called that because a couple got stuck up there, and they ended up staying up there until the tide came in and washed them out. Behind that is Ho'olave. But that used to be a ceremonial island until the United States government used it as a bombing test site. That island got bombed to hell for over 3 decades. All types of shells, even some weapons that are still dispensing radioactive material. So there's a cleanup aid that's going on currently, and it's still going because even after 50, 60 years of it not being bombed, it still can't produce anything.
Wow.
So we're out there trying to re-nutrify the soil and get it back to the lush green that it used to be. Until then, it's just the dark brown silhouette on the landscape. So maybe our future generations.
So there's a ton of resorts and places to stay in Hawaii, but I was on a budget. I was there to visit some friends and perform. So I just ended up staying at the Maui Seaside Hotel, all right? So it's about $230 to $260 a night, depending on when you book. You are right by the ocean. You do feel like you're in Hawaii still. And this is my room, all right? So it's nothing fancy at all. Very, very bare bones room, like mega. But that was room 219, if you guys are wondering. But it is right here. It is right next to the beach. And I just had my feet in the water and enjoyed watching the ocean and spent every morning there, honestly, until I started my day. The hotel is literally right there. Like, that's the hotel. You walk down to the water. So it isn't bad. I get it. There's way better places to be in Maui. But when you don't have a ton of money, I would definitely recommend this spot. The people were nice. Like I said, it was clean and it's right by the water. So, there's that. You're also pretty centrally located. Like, I was right by the mall. I was right by a bunch of different food options. There was a gas station right there for some just random stuff at night when everything closed. By the way, if you're enjoying this at all, please subscribe or like the video. It helps me. It helps the show. All right, let's keep going. So obviously in Maui, you're going to want to visit different beaches, not just the same beach, which look at this guy. This is in Paia. This is Paia Beach. I saw a humongous giant sea turtle. I didn't go near it, don't worry. But yeah, it was just part of the experience of being in Hawaii. And the reason I traveled is to check out different things and eat different foods. First off, I had these delicious gummy bears, Lihang gummy bears. It gives you that Hawaiian palate right away. Then I had rice with French toast and spam and bacon and pork. Very Hawaiian breakfast. And then this moshubi roll. It is seaweed and spam and rice. It was all right, but by far the best meal was...
Everybody knows in Hawaii there's only one way to enjoy poke. It's in a cold car on a hot day with cold fish and hot rice. Now you know.
And that was the best meal I had the entire trip. I mean, one of the best meals I've had all year, honestly, not just in Hawaii, like anywhere. So after we had that poke, we actually went to the beach, which is the best thing to do after you eat a full bowl of poke.
So what's this beach called?
Keawe Kapu.
Keawe Kapu.
Keawe Kapu. Which means the forbidden forest of thorny trees.
Is it really?
This whole area used to just be Keawe with just thorns and stuff.
Okay.
So it was like one of the least accessible beaches. But then they started building, first they built the Monokai, and then they started building some of these other properties. So then it went from being forbidden to being
dope. Super nice.
So while I was taking in just the beautiful scenery and the ocean, I look over and Chino just starts walking in and then just dives in the ocean. Like, all right, that's cool. I get it. You're in Hawaii, we're at the ocean, you're going to swim in it. But I'm personally not a big ocean guy, like a swimmer guy. I try to I'm more of on the beach guy, if anything. But you know what? When in Rome, when in Hawaii. So I put my phone down. This is a big deal for me, y'all. I don't do this stuff. I try to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. I try to eat things I wouldn't necessarily eat. Like I wouldn't have eaten the poke, and it was amazing. And I wouldn't necessarily have swum in the ocean, and it was incredible. So when you're traveling, or just in general in life, try to push yourself a little bit. You will be really, really happy that you did, and kind of proud of yourself. And on the Skipper trip scale, obviously, guys, I mean, come on, take a trip, go to Maui, for real. It's not super cheap, but it's also not extremely expensive. Like once you get out there and you get your hotel, like just sit on the beach, just relax, you know what I mean? But I didn't just go there to sit on the beach and relax. I actually went out there because I had a show.
Hello everybody, it's me Maui Mike, hanging out here in Maui. I have a show tonight at a place I cannot pronounce.
So yeah, I did a comedy show in Paia. It was at Paia Bay Coffee and Bar. It was such a fun night. So many cool people came out. Some dogs came out. There's Chino performing. He's wearing a Third Wheel Comedy shirt. Much appreciated. That's me after taking a disgusting shot I can't handle. But yeah, thank you guys everyone for coming out to the show. All the comics that were on the show. It was such a fun night. And here's another little food tip. These are hurricane fries. Be sure to try those hurricane fries. Very unique. And while we were there, we actually got to see a really awesome band that I definitely recommend checking out. They are Flamingo Rider. All right, so last but not least, I hit a hike on. I'm going to make a full video about this hike, the Waihe'i Ridge Trail. Awesome hike. Highly recommend doing this trail. If you do the trail, though, rent a car. I took an Uber in, and luckily somebody gave me a ride back to town because the Ubers weren't. It's kind of not in the middle of nowhere, but it's tucked up there. They're not going to be stoked to drive you there. This is for sure a little bit of an intermediate hike. You will, wear the right shoes. You will be slipping a little bit. You go really high up there. And I went alone, but the cool thing about traveling and doing things alone is you meet other people that are traveling and doing things alone. Like I met this girl, Megan, on the trail. She's a world traveler, and she's already been to 50 of the 63 national parks. And yeah, we talked a bunch on the trail, and she told me she was actually going on another hike, and she invited me along. And yeah.
What is this called?
So it's spelled I-A-O.
IAO.
I think it's pronounced Ayao. Ayao.
Ayao. All right, I'll look it up if it's right. That's it. Is that it? EO. Bong. There we go. Thanks, dude. Element shirt got it.
As soon as I said it, I was like, I know it's wrong. I knew it was it's supposed to
Thank you.
sound like meow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so eow.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to talk to people while you're traveling and while you're on your hikes and stuff. You're going to be around a lot of other travelers and a lot of other like-minded people. So whenever you feel like you're alone, you're not. And yeah, it's cool. You get to learn some things, and I got to go on this amazing hike. And I met a new friend. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Peace.